Hi everyone, welcome to our Movie Palace channel. We're thrilled to have you here. Whether you're a returning subscriber or a new visitor, you're in the right place for engaging content, exciting stories, and so much more. Before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We love hearing from you, so be sure to leave a comment and let us know what you think. Now, sit back, relax, and let's get started. This is a 2018 action thriller film directed by Jean-Claude Serra and written by Byron Willinger, Philip de Blasey, and Ryan Engel. Let's go the film story. Michael McCauley, a former NYPD officer turned insurance agent, takes the same daily train commute from Tarrytown to Grand Central Terminal. Suddenly laid off from his job, Michael fears for his family's financial security. He confides in his ex-partner Murphy instead of his wife and son. On the train home, Michael meets a mysterious woman named Joanna, who presents a hypothetical scenario. She asks him to locate Preen, an unknown passenger with a stolen item. Joanna says Michael will find $25,000 in the bathroom, with another $75,000 to follow upon completion. Alluding to Michael's past as a cop, she leaves. Michael finds the money and tries to leave the train, but is stopped by a teenager with an envelope containing his wife's wedding ring. A warning. Unable to contact his wife, Michael discreetly asks fellow commuter Walt to alert the police. Joanna calls, threatening Michael and his family, and reveals hidden cameras on the train. Michael sees Walt pushed in front of a moving bus. Joanna directs Michael to plant a GPS tracker on Preen. Michael convinces a conductor to conduct random security searches. A man leaves the car and Michael follows, planting the tracker. Murphy explains Preen is a key witness in a city official's supposed suicide. Michael realizes Preen will be killed and he's being set up. In a deserted carriage, Michael finds the body of the man he tracked, who was an FBI agent. Joanna chastises Michael and warns the police are investigating. Michael hides with the corpse but loses the money. He forces passengers into the last carriage, discovering Oliver, who killed the FBI agent. They fight and Michael kills Oliver. Preen is revealed to be Sophia, a 16-year-old with incriminating information. Joanna demands Michael kill Sophia, but he refuses. She detonates explosives to derail the train, but Michael unhooks the final carriage, saving the passengers. A massive police force arrives, and Murphy, negotiating with Michael, reveals himself as the rogue cop who killed Enrique. They fight, and Michael tricks the police into shooting Murphy. Sophia tells the FBI what she knows, exonerating Michael. His former captain offers his job back, revealing the corruption investigation. Michael confronts Joanna on a train, showing his detective's badge, ready to arrest her. This is a 2014 mystery action thriller film directed by Jean-Claude Serra, co-produced by Joel Silver. Let's go the film story. Bill Marks, a U.S. Air Marshal and former NYPD officer, boards a transatlantic flight from New York to London. In business class, he sits next to Jean Summers, who has switched seats to sit by the window. Shortly after takeoff, Marks receives a text message on his secure phone. Someone will die every 20 minutes unless $150 million is transferred to a specific bank account. Breaking protocol, Marks consults his fellow air marshal, Jack Hammond, who dismisses the threat. Marks asks Summers and flight attendant Nancy to monitor the security cameras while he texts the mysterious sender. Nearing the 20-minute mark, Marks catches Hammond on his phone. When confronted, Hammond tries to bribe Marks and then attacks, forcing Marks to kill him. Marks finds cocaine in Hammond's briefcase, realizing the perpetrator had blackmailed and set him up. Marks alerts the TSA, but TSA agent Marenick accuses Marks of being the perpetrator as the bank account is in his name. Captain David McMillan is poisoned, but co-pilot Kyle Rice convinces Marks of his innocence. A resentful passenger uploads a video showing Mark's manhandling schoolteacher Tom Bowen, making Mark's appear guilty to the public. The TSA instructs Kyle to divert to Iceland. Marks persuades programmer Zach White to create a virus to make the hijacker's phone ring. The phone rings in passenger Charles Wheeler's pocket, but Wheeler denies ownership and suddenly dies. Marks discovers a hole in the lavatory wall, offering a clear shot to the pilot's seat and a dart in Wheeler's body. He initially suspects Summers, but she convinces him of her innocence. Summers and Marks unlock the hijacker's phone, starting a 30-minute bomb timer. Marks finds the bomb in Hammond's briefcase. With the passenger's help, he moves the bomb to the rear, surrounded by luggage. Despite escort jet's orders, Kyle descends the plane to 8,000 feet to minimize damage if the bomb explodes. Marks notices Bowen planting the phone on Wheeler in the earlier video, revealing him as the mastermind. White admits to being Bowen's accomplice. Bowen's motivation stems from his father's death in the 9/11 attacks, aiming to frame Marks and force stronger security laws. Marks convinces White to disarm the bomb. Bowen double-crosses White, intending to die in a suicide mission, and shoots him. Kyle descends the aircraft and Marks kills Bowen. Despite the bomb detonating, Rice lands the plane in Iceland without further casualties. Marks is hailed as a hero and exonerated, with a hint of a potential relationship with Summers. This is a 2014 American action thriller film, directed and written by Scott Frank. Let's go the film story. In 1991, alcoholic NYPD detective Matt Scudder survives a shootout with 3 criminals robbing his local bar. 8 years later, Scudder, now retired and sober, works as an unlicensed private investigator. Fellow Alcoholics Anonymous member Peter Christo brings Scudder to his brother Kenny, a wealthy drug trafficker. Kenny explains that his wife Carrie was abducted and, despite paying the ransom, was brutally murdered. He gives Scudder a tape recording of her rape and murder, pleading with him to find the killers. Scudder researches similar murders at the New York Public Library, where he meets TJ, a homeless teen with detective skills. Scudder investigates the death of Leila Andreessen, whose dismembered body was found in Greenwood Cemetery. Discovering her fiancé's ties to the drug trade, Scudder confronts cemetery grounds keeper Jonas Lugan, who admits helping Leila's killers before killing himself. Scudder learns another victim, Marie Gotskind, was an undercover D agent. He realizes the killers are using her files to target drug dealers' loved ones. Accosted by D agents, Scudder confronts Peter, who unwittingly provided the killers with the information to kidnap Carrie. TJ is beaten by neighborhood dealers for stealing a gun, and Scudder visits him in the hospital. Scudder reveals that a young girl's death in the 1991 shootout led him to leave the police force and quit drinking. Kenny asks Scudder to help fellow trafficker Yuri Landau, whose daughter Lucia has been taken by the killers Ray and Albert. Scudder convinces them to return Lucia alive for $1 million. At the cemetery, he delivers the money, reuniting Lucia with her father, but Albert discovers the cash is counterfeit. In the ensuing shootout, Peter is killed while Albert and a wounded Ray escape, unaware that TJ is hiding in their van. TJ calls Scudder, leading him and Kenny to the killer's house. Albert kills Ray, Scudder sends TJ to safety, returns to find Kenny dead, and subdues Albert with Ray's taser before shooting him. Watching as police arrived, Scudder quietly returns home. This is a 2021 American action thriller film, written and directed by Jonathan Hensla. Let's go the film story. An explosion at a mine in Manitoba traps 26 miners. Mike McCann and his brother Gertie, an Iraq War veteran with PTSD and aphasia, work for a trucking company in North Dakota until they are fired after Mike punches another trucker for mocking Gertie's disability. Hearing about a need for ice road truckers in Winnipeg, They apply and are hired by Jim Goldenrod to deliver wellheads to the mine. Joining them are Tantu, a young indigenous woman, and Varney, an actuary responsible for insurance risk assessment for Kotka, the company that owns the mine. A reward of $200,000 is split among the 4 truckers to be redistributed if anyone dies. Meanwhile, the miners communicate with Kotka executives using tap code, and the Kotka general manager plans to free them by blasting a tunnel. The team sets out with 3 wellheads, but Goldenrod's engine seizes, causing the ice beneath his trailer to break. His leg gets strapped, and he convinces Tantu to sever the strap attaching him to her truck, leading to his death but saving the other rigs and wellheads. The remaining trucks fishtail and roll over, stopping a pressure wave. Varney convinces Mike to suspect Tantu of sabotage, but she reveals her brother is among the trapped miners. Varney locks Mike and Gertie in their rig and drives off with Tantu. Mike and Gertie escape and discard dynamite Varney planted. Varney, believing them dead, meets with Katka's general manager, who orders him to dispose of Tantu and the last wellhead. Varney attempts to kill Tantu, but is thwarted by Gertie's pet rat, allowing Tantu to escape. Mike crashes into Varney's truck, causing an avalanche. They all survive, but Tantu is injured. Mike and Gertie drive off with the wellhead, pursued by Varney. Mike ultimately kills Varney, but Gertie is fatally injured while saving the truck. Mike and Tantu rescue the miners, leading to the Kotka CEO firing and having the general manager arrested. 3 months later, Tantu works in Goldenrod's garage. Mike, now an independent contractor, visits her in his new truck with Skeeter, honoring Gertie's memory. In the aftermath, Davis drives along the Manhattan Bridge at sunset, taking the drives with him.